Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest at this time is the very talented Pansy St. Battie.
Hi.
Pansy, welcome to the show. For those watching and future watching, Pansy St. Battie is a professional model, a part-time showgirl, and you can follow her on her social medias at Pansy St. Battie on Instagram. Make sure to check out the Etsy shop where you can buy all kinds of stuff, such as artwork and prints. And that's Pansy St. Battie. And then also on TikTok at Pansy St. Battie. So those are all the social media plugs. Pansy, welcome to the show.
Hi. It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So I've seen you perform, and it is amazing. What made you decide that this is what you wanted to do?
I've always admired people doing burlesque. I enjoyed watching it as an audience member, even from the time I was young, just like seeing that. I was really drawn to that vintage style and stuff that often gets grouped in with burlesque. And so when I was like 19, I was like, okay, I'm finally going to try this for myself. And it also paired with being a wheelchair user, having a form of dance that can be very adaptable because it's not really a strict choreography type dance like ballroom is. And I had done some ballroom and stuff before. And then once I started using a wheelchair and started kind of losing some mobility, burlesque was kind of a way to stay in the dance world, but have more adaptive, basically a more adaptive form of dance that I could customize to myself.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Was there certain kinds of ballroom that you did? I took a little bit of ballroom dancing myself.
Yeah, I did like a little waltz and salsa.
Oh, okay. I definitely know that, like, when I took it and it was in college, the cha-cha, that's all I could do. It was
Yes.
very one-trick pony.
That was fun though. I did that a little bit.
Yeah. Um, and my partner, she would always tell me to move with my hips because I would always be a little bit off a beat, So she would
Yeah,
always push me. But once they started doing the rumba, I'm like, okay, we're done here. This is a little too
I
much.
totally get that. Yeah, I actually really struggle with picking up like any sort of choreography and steps. They take me like way longer to learn than anyone else. And I was like having fun with it, but it definitely, I was like, I feel like I'm lagging behind it. I'm like, with burlesque, I can just do what I'm comfortable with.
Exactly. And um, so, as a burlesque performer, what do you think enjoy most about performing in person and in the virtual realm?
In person, I really love being able to like connect with the audience and connect with the performers in that space. So like it feels like you get that whole environment. And it's very exciting. I get adrenaline from it. It's fun. In virtual, I feel like we have more creative freedom. Um, and also like I think burlesque and chill especially has been really great at creating an environment even in the virtual space. And I love that I can also like connect with people who are further away. Like I have a lot of friends who don't live nearby who can come to my virtual shows that can't come to my in-person shows. And also as an audience member, they're so accessible. Like sometimes I don't have the time or energy to go out, but I can watch a show while I'm working, or I can watch a show just from home from bed. So that's also really great.
Definitely, definitely. I know it's way too far for me to travel, being all the way here on the Eastern Panhandle. It would take me like 20 hours by car or something like that, and through plane ride. So the virtual realm, it is nice, and especially I believe what's good about it is like because sometimes I don't know if you experience like internet glitches, but sometimes we have techie stuff. So it's kind of nice with the replay because if something glitches out for me for 2 minutes, I can watch whatever happened that everybody commented on, and that I'll be catching up
Yeah.
later through that. um, was it kind of hard at when you're first doing that like virtually because you're used to like applause and emotion and then you're seeing like emojis and everything, is that kind of like hard to feed off of that energy because it's
Yeah, it
all
was definitely super weird at first. The first thing is also when you're performing, even though there's like emojis and comments, you don't really see them until after you're done performing.
oh
Um,
wow.
because like we're performing, we can't be reading the comments at the same time. So like when you're up there, you're like, oh my god, what is everyone thinking? Versus like in person, you get that instant feedback. But I think like over time, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it.
Yes. I just know sometimes I'm especially with comments and like emojis. I know sometimes like I'll be typing and then it'll be going and what I wanted to type I've gone too slow. So then sometimes it just emoji helps till I get to my
Yeah.
next train of thought. But so is that like do you do other virtual performances besides burlesque and chill?
I've done a handful, but nothing like super regular. I feel like there aren't that many virtual shows like out there anymore, which sucks. There is like
Yeah,
a good handful, but like not like there used to be. Um, and I also have like pretty limited time for shows every month too because I'm doing
right.
like so many other jobs that like finding time with burlesque and chill. I feel like that's been able to be something I've been able to prioritize and like get my chance to perform a lot. And still feel like I'm not like having to apply for a million shows.
I do know because did you do Fanny's show, Fanny's Free for All?
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
and
really fun.
oh, it is. It's very lax and chill. I do know Chinky Slippers used to do a virtual show, but I don't know if that is still around.
Yeah, I did that one once too, the build your own burlesque one. That was really
Yes,
fun.
yes, that's what it is. But do you have like a favorite to go prop as a performer?
I don't use props a ton just because
Okay.
my hands are also usually busy with my chair. Um,
Hmm.
but like right now I'm working on like a little blaster for the next burlesque and chill show, which I'm excited about. So
Oh, okay. Very
a little
cool.
spoiler.
Spoiler. um, yeah, I asked that to all the performers, and usually some of them they prefer some of them like the hard like metal chair, to use
Yeah.
with on that or fans. So it's just a variety that everybody chooses, but. I think I like my favorite thing about you is you're very inventive. I think you're very inventive through your performance and everything.
Oh,
Like
thank
I
you.
can tell I can tell how much like thought you put into it and like movement and it's like I always get something different like every time. And I feel like I don't know if you've seen like Beetlejuice the movie with
Yeah.
Michael Keaton. So I sometimes feel like your performances, I'm like, I want to do the Michael Keaton line, like it gets better every single time.
Thank you. Yeah, that means a lot.
It does. I think I like your whole leopard theme. It's just like it's all in the leopard world.
Yeah,
And
that was fun. I've been wanting to do that forever because I'm like a huge, huge leopard print fan. Like everything I own that can be leopard print is leopard print.
you just like you hit a button and then the wall changes like leopard or something. Everything
Yeah,
else pops up leopard.
yeah. I have leopard print bed sheets and a leopard print blanket, and my phone is leopard print. Like my couch pillows are leopard print.
Oh wow. That just
I-
means you have really good taste. That's what it
yeah, I'm a
is.
huge leopard print fan. Actually, like I also like got even more into it than I already was because another burlesque performer, Joe Weldon,
Mhm.
published a book on leopard print called Fierce, which is like the history of leopard print and talking about
Oh
how it
wow.
relates to like the history of fashion and in like queer culture and feminism and how leopard print has been used symbolically as a form of like self-empowerment historically. And that was like it really made me fall in love even more because like I can really like feel that history every time I'm interacting with it.
Yeah, that's definitely. I feel like I've seen like with your performances. Do you have like the lips like a sofa?
Yes, yeah.
That's what I was thinking that. It kind of reminded me of. Do you remember the show Singled Out?
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, there used to be an MTV dating game show, and people used to sit on this lips couch. So it's like a throwback to some
Yes.
stuff I used to watch.
Yeah, I
And
was never super into dating shows, but I did get the lip couch inspiration from like Crazy Horse Paris has that big lip couch,
oh wow,
which I really love.
yeah. That's awesome. So to me, when I saw it, it was retro to me because I said that show was in the '90s. So.
Yeah. I think it is retro. I think there's been like a handful over the years. I think Studio 54 had one too.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's awesome. So um, when you're working with all this, putting together an act, is this stuff that do you like to plan everything out, like, or do you just like to see if some things happen as you perform?
It's kind of a mix. Like I'll plan the big beats of my act and
Hmm.
like, where I'm gonna be, but I definitely like to leave some room for improv because I feel like that makes every show more unique and more personal.
Oh
And also
yes.
it's fun. It's fun to be able to like feel out where you are in the moment and what your body wants to do. So I usually will have like my big things planned out, but the exact ways I do everything can be variable.
That's good. I feel that's the element of surprise, and so that way people, you keep them on their toes. With
Yeah. Yeah, and like especially sometimes like we wanted to perform that same act over and over again, of course, because like making a different costume for every show is a lot.
insane.
But like I also know that I have people who come to my shows regularly and I don't want it to be like you're watching the same thing. I want it to
Right.
still feel new and like I feel like also different settings help with that too because like one of the venues I perform at here is like more of an outdoor like bar type and we like go around the
Hmm.
whole thing versus having a stage and I feel like that changes things up. So I feel like having some freedom helps adapt the act and also just make it so that it's new for the audience.
Yeah, and I like that you can also perform in an outdoor realm. I think that that's great because I don't know like a lot of outdoor performances. I know usually it's indoor. So does the weather ever impact or anything when you're performing outdoor?
It hasn't when I've had shows. I know like some
Okay.
people have, but I've been pretty lucky. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, at most it's like a little cold. Sometimes it's a little cold to be outside in lingerie, but
Yeah. Just
yeah, just because I run cold, so I'm like performing, and then I'm like going inside. I'm like usually bring one of my big like fake fur coats and wrap myself up in it after.
I'm ready. Hold on.
Yeah,
You need like one of those portable. I've seen like those heaters, that they have like out, or electric
yeah.
blanket.
Yeah, I do actually have like a little portable heater I use in my room because my partner runs so much warmer than me, so we have to keep the
Oh
apartment
wow.
cooler or like they will overheat, but like I need to freeze, so I have my heater that I just have pointing to me all the time. And
Yeah.
then the other side of the room is like has a fan, it's cooler. Um, but I haven't brought that to a burlesque show, but I have brought it to a handful of photo shoots.
Yeah. Um, I do know we had a burlesque group where I lived, and I used to take photos and videos. So that's how like I got involved into it. So when you were, because I know you're also like a professional model.
Mhm.
So do you have like a certain photo shoot or like a dream shoot you want to do someday?
I have a lot. I mean, one of the biggest things is I just want to do as much weird stuff as possible, like whenever I get the opportunity. So like I know like there's one photographer at Death Cats on Instagram. We shot together once, but I really want to shoot with her again because she does like all kinds of weird stuff. So that's definitely like very pop arty. I have like I love shooting with animals. I'd love to do something with spiders one day.
Oh.
Because I'm a huge spider fan, so that's on the list.
So like tarantulas or like
Tarantulas would be cool. Anything though, anything that won't kill me. I
yeah,
don't want to get poisoned, but
no Black Widow, but that's very interesting, especially just having like a tarantula maybe crawl or something like down your arm, or
I
you
think it would be
know,
so fun. I've had like fake spiders for a photo shoot, but
okay. um, but yeah, I feel like that would be very interesting, and it's different because usually people they want to do like the beach shoot or something like that. So I like that
yeah,
you,
I feel like I've gotten to do a lot of the like normal stuff.
yeah.
I'm like, I want to do something weird. The weirder, the better. Like, I want to do more horror stuff because I really like that. I feel like
Wow,
a
yeah.
lot of the modeling jobs you get are very like, okay, here's some natural makeup. We're in a set. This is like clean and pretty, which is fun. I really do enjoy those. But I feel like I get like super excited when we can do something strange.
Exactly. Um, I don't know. You should follow the one guest that I interview. It's her name is Liz Stiletto, and she's part of the Gorgeous, and they have the word gore in their like title, and they do all kinds of like horror shoots. They're based in Ohio,
Oh, that's
but
awesome.
yeah, I'll send you the interview if you want, where I interviewed her. But
Yeah,
she's
please do. I'd love to see it.
yeah, she's pretty cool, and they do all kinds of stuff. They'll have a cadaver or something like that, and they'll be like posing and chopping and
Oh, that's so
just
fun.
like all the cool stuff. But yeah, they do stuff like that, and then the other models that I talk to, they're called macabre moon models, and they've done some stuff like this one girl, she had green hair and like horns sticking out, and
Wow,
there
that's
was like
awesome.
stones, and it kind of looked like maybe like the Craft or the Covenant, where this
Yeah.
like stone. And so that's something that you would be like really interested in,
Oh,
right?
yeah, super. Yeah, my first professional shoot actually was a Halloween line, so that was pretty
Oh,
fun. We had like one spot that we did had a bunch of like baby doll heads. It was so creepy.
oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, my because I have a friend of mine who's an artist, and she does all kinds of stuff with baby doll heads. She makes like mugs and all kinds of stuff. So
Dolls are actually one of the few things that like do kind of scare me, but like it was fun.
is it have anything to do with the Child's Play, the Chucky? Is that
Yeah, when I was a kid, that scared
okay?
me so bad.
Yeah, that freaked me out when I was a kid. My sister used to say it was going to come and get me, so that was that was the thing. It used to freak me out, especially because it looked just like the My Buddy doll. I don't know if you remember the My Buddy doll.
I don't think so.
Oh, it was like the nicer version of Chucky, and it was, I think, by
Ah.
Play School or something. But because it had red hair and it looked
Oh
like him,
yeah.
people would be like, "Ah!" Just throw it. But yeah, it's. Now I watched the new series. I don't know if you've seen the new Child's Play on Sci-Fi. It's definitely interesting because I love all the humor in it.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched it. I don't get to watching a lot of horror movies. I the one
Okay.
thing is like I don't mind like gore when it's something I'm doing, like when I'm shooting, because I can see what all the
Oh yeah.
fakeness. But when I'm watching a movie or something, I can't handle gore, so I like stay away from a lot of horror movies unless I know that there's something I can handle.
Yeah, there's um especially like when I saw the Scream movie, the new one, there was like a lot of gore in that one. Like usually I'm used to the other ones, like just as not, but this one it was like a lot, and I was like,
I
okay.
was actually fine with that one. I just watched that one last night.
Oh, you
So
did?
I think I found the gore like fake enough it didn't bother
Oh
me.
yeah.
It does have to be pretty realistic. My like day job is in the veterinary field, so I do like
Okay.
involve in surgery and stuff. So I do have a pretty discerning sense of gore. I'm like, I know what looks real and what doesn't.
Okay. You're like, nope, not that. That's not
I'm like,
real.
that's not real. That's fake.
That's fake. That girl that fell, she's faking it the whole time. That's why she's saying it. So, yeah. Oh, wow. But I'm glad you liked it. I just actually met David Arquette 2 weeks ago. So,
Oh, nice.
yes.
Yeah, I just watched all the Scream movies for the first time.
Oh,
I
wow.
hadn't seen any of them, and then we got a free trial to Paramount Plus.
Yes,
So
Paramount. Yeah.
we're gonna watch all of them in like this 1 week before
The
this
order.
trial runs out. So I've been like working on my costuming for our next show and then like watching Scream at the same time.
Yeah. I I've met almost everybody I've met everybody from the Scream film.
Oh nice.
I've met Nev Campbell. She's a sweetheart. I met Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ehrlich, Jamie Kennedy, Rose McGowan, David Arquette, Mary Shelton. She was like Officer Judy Hicks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I met the guy who was the sheriff in the first Scream. He was also in Nightmare on Elm Street. So I've met all of them. The only person I haven't met is Roger Jackson, who does the voice of Ghostface.
Oh yeah. That's really cool though.
Yeah, it's there was a long line for David Arquette, but I'll have to show you. My photo op was with Ghostface and David Arquette.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was, and so my screen mass is getting very full right now with all the signatures. I'm
Yeah.
really pushing it. And I have had two of the Scream guests on my podcast. Lenora Shufflo, she played the bitchy cheerleader in the first one. She's in
Oh
the
yeah.
bathroom. And I've had the other girl, so it's definitely it's one of my favorite franchises. When I was like 11, I was Ghostface. Of course, everybody was Ghostface. Like that
Yeah.
Halloween. You know.
Yeah, I remember that in school, like every single boy in school was like, I'm Ghostface everywhere.
Then you're like, if you're Ghostface, then I'm Ghostface. So it's a great series. I love that, and then I love Nightmare on Elm Street.
I haven't watched those yet.
Oh man, it's so funny, so cheesy.
I'd
I love
probably like them.
Yes, I love the Dream Warriors. It's my favorite one. It's where they get all their powers through their dreams.
Yeah.
And some of them are just like it's just the silliest. You're like, why did you pick that?
Yeah, I super love all those like campy, silly movies.
Oh yeah, lots of good ones. Sleepaway Camp. I remember when I saw that. I don't know if you ever seen that one. That one has Felissa Rose in it.
I don't think I have.
Oh, very cheesy horror movie, especially the face, the scream at the end. It's very iconic,
Oh
very
yes.
super campy. It was like someone took a mold of her face and she's making a and like they put it on another actor and it just pans out and there's like this da da creepy horror music.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, such a cheesy one. But I love it. It's definitely it's a good time. But yeah, I've met pretty much a lot of people. Doug Bradley from Pinhead. I didn't know that he was British. He's actually from England. So
That's cool, yeah.
oh yeah. So what other events do you have moving forward in 2023?
So right now I have we have a burlesque and chill show coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
We have our next digital show. I'm doing a Pride event in June.
All right.
That's what's on my books right now. We'll see what the rest of the year brings.
Very cool. I will be for the virtual show, not the show.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I'll look forward to that. So as far as is there like a certain venue or that you really want to perform at as a performer that you haven't maybe gotten to yet?
Um, not sure. Not like familiar with all of the venues here yet. I only
Mm-hmm.
moved to LA a couple years ago, and I've also been like relatively COVID cautious, so going to shows
Oh,
I'm
okay.
to the same
Understood.
handful. But I performed at the Globe Theater before, and I'd really love to do that again. That
Okay.
was really fun.
Is it really big or?
It is big, yeah. It's big and it has all the lights and like all the things that you could want to have on
Oh
a
wow.
stage and like backing video and stuff. So I got to be like super creative with that.
That's awesome. When was the last time you did that?
That was in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID.
I think it might have been very early 2020, right before COVID. I think it might have been like February.
Yeah. I call that the pre-COVID area.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a little different then.
It really was because I was conscious too, especially because I still had to go into work some of the time and being, on site and working at home. And especially it was like I was even concerned like just going to the grocery store, and just getting this, like a lot of time I just wanted Amazon to deliver everything for me, so that way I didn't have to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm high risk, so I've been pretty careful. And then, like, even now, I'm kind of like, I go out and stuff, and I obviously like perform in person, but I try to avoid like the super big crowded venues, um,
Yeah.
and like try to limit like to shows that are like either outdoors or shows I'm working or know a lot of people, so that it's like I'm kind of choosing my risks carefully.
Yeah. Well, you're being smart about it, and I feel like that's the way to be.
Thank you.
um. So, do you have a favorite burlesque and chill performance so far that you've done?
I think the water nymph one I did for our last in person show, which I there's a video of as well, was probably my favorite so far.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. I don't think I've watched that one yet.
Yeah, yeah, we have a replay up for it, and that was a really fun show.
Oh, awesome. That was only a few weeks ago?
That was I think it was March.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, that was like all mythical creature themed, so that was like really
Oh, okay. I
um
think I remember Juicy Jones talking about it.
yeah, yeah, she did some amazing acts. She did like a Medusa and like a
Oh
harpy.
yeah. Yep, it's starting to all click in
Yeah.
it. So is there anything else you want to say or promote while you're on here on Dan-A-Plooza?
Nope, I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me though.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a blast. If you are looking to do more of these, I will try and reach out to other people because there are other people with a bigger podcast. Or sometimes we do panels, and so sometimes I'll bring like a few burlesque people together, and it's just a way to connect and everything. Coco has been. I don't know if you do you know Coco LaFoose?
Very vaguely.
Okay. She has joined a lot of them, and she's
Oh,
very
cool.
nice. And she, I know, does some of her acts. Sometimes she'll twirl, and
Yeah.
she has like this giant hoop ring, So if you're interested in that, we can set that up as well.
Yeah, let's stay in touch.
All right, so I'll definitely do that. I want to go ahead and thank the amazing Pansy St. Battie for being a guest on my show. Everyone, thank you for watching Dan-A-Plooza. I will be back Tuesday with a Hall of Fame boxer. So stay tuned and have a good night.
Have a good night. Thank you.